Testing. Hey, I'm on the edge of my seat here, back again with another brand new stream, and today I will be testing out this stream in general. As for the goal of what I plan to do during this stream, well, I have decided just impulsively that I want to reach stage 1000 in Guilty Gear Strive's survival mode. How I am going to do this? Well, I'm going to try to use the same strategy I did to no damage the arcade boss fights, and I'm going to try to do that for 8,000 fights in a row. Technically, it's not in a row because every 10 matches, once you beat 10 stages, you get to save and quit the game. So you can kind of just pick it and drop it. But if you die once, you have to restart all the way from the beginning. I have looked at the rankings, and I don't know if the rankings encompass the entire world or just a small subset of the world, but only 11 people or so have managed to get to stage 1000. It's going to be a huge time commitment even if I do it perfectly the first time, and I've already failed 3 times. But yeah, let me know how the game audio compares to my mic audio, and we'll go from there.
Survival.
But yeah, no, I've died 3 times. You can save scum it? Well, I'm not really, because if you die, your save means nothing. Though, now that I am thinking about it, maybe a strategy you could do is you can quit the game if you're in a bad position, and then you'll just start from the last save point. So maybe you could save scum it. I actually did not think about it.
To enter the mayhem.
And oh, I actually had a game going, but it's gone. So yeah, we're going to be going with the Kiwami Bridget, the same Bridget which brought me victory in my no damage video, and I hope that it kind of stays the same. So the reason this stream is experimental is because when I was streaming stuff like Ishin, I was using a PS5 controller connected through a cable. I had this whole weird setup with a Steam Deck. But now I am using the Steam Deck as the controller because I'm way too used to this controller to not. So yeah, the first couple stages or so, stages 1 through 10, maybe even 10 through 20 are not very hard. The enemies just kind of let themselves get hit. So I don't even really need to do my strategy all that much, but the strategy still works because the enemies just let themselves get hit. The enemies start to get really cheeky around stages 60 through 70. I don't know, they start to get a little cheeky there, and some of the enemies on stages 80 through 90, they start to counteract my own strategy, so it can get insanely frustrating. Jacko here, she's not going to be threatening right now, but she tends to be quite a troublemaker. It's a good way to put it, because oh my goodness, she just kind of grabs me before I can grab her, and I just kind of lose my whole strategy. My strategy here is to do my slide break move and then grab her. It's the same thing I do in my no damage video, except here I have to do it 1,000 times. Okay, so I'm being told that the game audio is far louder when actually playing, so I'm going to lower the game audio in settings. Yeah, one thing is you can actually pause while playing the game, so that is good. So you're not just forced to constantly play it. You could pause at a convenient moment. And the most convenient. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I'll just pause there. We'll go into settings. We're gonna bring the master volume to 50. And it's weird because wait, does that show up on my screen? I don't know, because I can just affect the volume on my PC, the Steam Deck, but the volume changing doesn't show up in the stream because the stream is only recording the game. But yeah, let me know if lowering it to 50 helps. But yeah, no, I am playing very badly right now. I shouldn't be taking damage whatsoever because that's for later. That's not for now. But yeah, one thing I should do is I should take note of how long it takes me to beat 10 matches and then multiply that by either 100 or 1,000. I forgot exactly. So like,
So instead of reflecting on themselves,
yeah, no, like multiply the time it takes me to beat up 10 matches by 100, and then that'll be the amount of time it'll take me to do a 1,000 matches. And yeah, this is the forest where everything runs like shit. Like, I actually decided to play this game on my PC one of these days, and I actually had to lower the settings because, mind you, the Steam Deck runs at like 720p, so it can like run things high, but it's stuck at 720p. While on my laptop, it still runs at like a weird ass resolution, but I can run it like higher than like 720p. But when I do that, I actually had to like not run everything at the best settings. I had to like lower it a bit. As for my opinion on Faust, Faust is on my shit list because, okay, so when attempting this like stage 1000 thing here, I died 3 times. One of those times was on stage 77 against an Axel, and then the second time I failed was like on level 70 against evil Faust. Like every like 10th match, you fight like an evil version of one of the characters. Like it's very apparent like that they're evil. They're kind of like shadowy versions of the original characters. And yeah, and like Shadow Faust just like fucked me over, because the gimmick with like the shadow versions of the characters is that they always have their like meter full, like their tension meter is always full, so they can just do their special moves whenever they want. And Faust spammed his like 3 times. It was horrible.
man,
The third time I've died was actually on stage 100 against Evil Ram, and Evil Ram also spammed her move 3 times. Like, that's kind of like the miserable thing, when they actually like, when the enemy does like their own special moves, I just hate it. Like, you're not supposed to do that. But yeah, here we're doing a mirror match, and I really shouldn't do that. Like, I mean, it's a cool cross-up, but the strategy with the enemy is that since they're a computer, the best way to, like, you know, beat them is to not let them play. Because once they start playing, you know, they might start reading your inputs, they might start doing any of that. Like, you know, the CPU in this game it's no Mortal Kombat 2. You know, like, it's nowhere near as cheap as that game. You're not going to get screwed over that easily. But it's still best not to let the enemy play, like, whatsoever. So, you know, you have to, like, get the first attack out there. Boom, 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 boom. And I thought that would kind of, like, wall smash them, but no. Again, as I'm playing, I'm starting to realize that this may not be the most exciting thing to stream about. But the reason I kind of did want to stream it is because when I looked up online, like, you know, Guilty Gear Strive, like, match stage 100 or so of survival mode, I didn't find any videos. So, like, I don't know if I just didn't look hard enough, or if, like, the 11 people that I've gotten to stage 1000 just didn't record their progress. Like, I don't even think, like, recording the entire thing is, like, all that fruitful. Like, honestly, like, if I had to record it, I might just record the last 10 matches and see how that goes.
man.
But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, if my health gets to the point where it's very low against a very troublesome opponent, I think I'm just going to, like, quit the game and, like, restart my previous 10 matches, if that's possible. Like, I don't know, once I, like, get to, like, match 12, I'm gonna test that out. I don't know if this game gives you any penalties for, like, just quitting in the middle of the match. You can just pause and quit, like. But if I do this right now, I'll have to start from, like, stage 1 again. But, you know, in, like, worst case scenario, that might be the best thing to do instead of having to, like, restart, like, an entire, like, 100 stages. You know, this would actually be super useful if I can pause in the middle of, like, one of the enemy specials that will guarantee kill me, then I can quit there. That would just require some really good timing. But yeah, no. Axel, Faust, and Evil Ram are all on my shit list. They've killed me, and I'm just gonna be extra careful with them because they're just assholes. Why choose Bridget? Because Bridget's my main, and it's the character that I'm best with. And the strategy I'm using here, like, I only really know how to do it with Bridget. I don't know how to translate the thing I'm doing here to other characters. I'm just not good with the other characters, so this is my best chance.
Mankind knew that
Like, I'm not doing this with any other character. Like, I mean, I don't know, like, Potemkin's funny, but I don't really know how to play Potemkin. But Potemkin is a funny character, and it would be cool to learn how to play him, but I don't know how to play him, so that's just not happening. And I do not know why I did that. 'Cause, like, the strategies I use here are not applicable online. Like, the real people will catch on to like what I'm doing here, and they'll just counter it. But the CPU don't know what I'm doing, so they'll fall for it every single time. However, one thing which works really well online but doesn't work so well here is spamming like Starship when you get knocked down. I don't know what it is, but when I get knocked down and the enemy's trying to like do like an attack while I'm trying to get up, like spamming Starship works like 8 out of 10 times, unless the player's like really good and can predict it. But here, a lot of the times when I try to do that, the enemy just blocks it. Like, the CPU is really good at blocking. In fact, I take advantage of the fact that the CPU is really good at blocking, but not so good at grabbing me really fast. By, you know, if they block me, I just grab them. So yeah, see, we're fighting an evil version of Soul. Soul, bad guy, attacks really fast, so he is someone to watch out for. He can be, and there was no reason for me to do that when you cancel, but whatever. I pretty much already won. But yeah, the goal here is I want to reach stage 1000. I want to get into like the top ranked of the survival mode of Guilty Gear Strive. I've been weirdly motivated. Okay, so here we've reached stage 10, and I can save and quit. So I'll save my progress. So I'm actually wondering, if I pick it up again and then I quit in the middle of a match, will I still have my progress, or will it just like nullify my entire thing? Because this could be really useful. Am I going to make an Ishin rant video? I do want to, but I've been like very busy. And also I kind of want to do my Ishin no damage first before doing like a rant video.
Mankind knew that they can
And just trying to do like the no damage has been very annoying because Ishin grinding is unbearable. Like, grinding in Ishin is efficient in the same way that like a lobotomy like cures mental illness. Like, you feel me? Like, it is a miserable game to like level grind in. Oh. Like, right now I have my wild dance style and my brawler style like fully maxed out once, and now I just need to like fully max out my single sword and gun style once. I mean, you can also like do it twice to like get more damage, but I don't want that. I just want to have all my abilities available to me. I don't want to have like extra damage, because like I deal enough damage as is, especially since I've gotten arguably the best sword and gun in the game so far. I've got like a fire sword and I got a golden gun. It really does not get much better than that. So yeah, see, here, I'm gonna test it out. So, return to main menu. What happens if I do that? Will I lose all my progress, or can I just continue back from like stage 10?
Survive.
Oh, I think you actually do lose all your progress. Holy fuck, wait. That can't be right. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. So yeah, no, you cannot abuse pausing the game or like quitting while pausing. That just isn't gonna work out, because they pretty much just kick you back to the start. So yeah, no, if you're doing the survival mode, definitely do not like go to the main menu, because if you do that, it just gets rid of your save data. So there we go. I have learned that it's better to make this mistake now than making that mistake at like stage 200. So your only safety is after you do 10 stages, and then you get to save. You get to like the save and quit. That's your only safety. There is no safety besides that. And oh, what the fuck? This is like stage 1. What are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. Like, it's supposed to be this like the CPU AI. What about force quit? Yeah, you'll probably still lose all your data if you force quit. Like, I don't know what you mean by force quit exactly. Do you mean like turning the console off? Because I feel that would still like make you lose all your save data.
Duel 1.
Now, in everything I'm doing here, I have not used the yo-yo whatsoever. Like, the yo-yo is like one of Bridget's most useful attacks, but I just kind of been doing the most basic combos because it just works on the computer, and I don't really know how to get fancy with the yo-yos with the computer. Frankly, I don't really know how to get fancy with the yo-yo in general. Like, close the game as a whole. Well, I'm playing on the Steam Deck, so I can't quit that fast, but it is an interesting thing to consider, though. Like, now that I think about it, maybe I should test that out. But to be fair, that does seem a little bit more Wait, no. One issue is, one, I'm playing on the Steam Deck. Two, I am not playing in Windows mode. Like, I mean, if I'm playing on the Steam Deck, the thing I would do is I would just kind of like go into the menu, go into Windows mode, and then shut the game off from there. But you can't change your display settings while playing the game. You can only change your display settings like in the main menu, so I don't know. I mean, unless I start playing this on PC, I think I'm just kind of stuck here. And it's just gonna wall splat. Boom. But yeah, no, I just fought like 10 characters for no reason and just kind of like negated my entire progress. So yeah, this time I'm not going to save and quit. I'm instead just going to continue and try to get to like stage 20. But yeah, no. I've gotten to stage 77, died, had to do it all over again. I got to stage 70, died, had to do it all over again. Then I got to stage 100, I died, and now I have to do it all over again. And one of the most annoying things about getting to stage 100 is that I checked the rank, and my rank didn't change. I was still like on rank like 77 for some reason. I don't know why like the game didn't like automatically like, you know, update my rank. Maybe the game's just kind of slow at doing that. I don't know. Will the enemy get tricked by doing it? And sometimes I want to do my special move, but I don't know. Inputting that move is a little tough and just kind of gets me screwed most of the time. Like, Bridget's supers are not very good. Like, you kind of have the loop-de-loop, and you can only really do the loop-de-loop if you already have the enemy like in a hit stun state, if that's what you call it. And then like the bear one she can do, where she throws the bear, just doesn't deal that much damage. It is fun to like throw out every now and then, but it ain't much. Like Return of the Killing Machine, it barely kills, though I have won quite a couple matches by like using that move at like an unexpected point.
Duel 1.
It's always fun to like input that move while you're like flying across the screen. You know, you're just kind of flying across the screen and then suddenly boom, the bear. Like, I like that super, it just isn't very useful. I mean, it is useful, but I wish it's not a killer per se. So yeah, here comes Faust. He's going to be a complete asshole, but I'm going to try to like avoid him. Because the way he attacks just kind of fucks with my rhythm.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
So yeah, he's not so feisty right now, but on like the higher floors, he can be a bitch. Oh yeah, I think I wanted to mention Happy Chaos, but I never did. Happy Chaos can also be troublesome just because of his whole gimmick with his guns. He attacks very fast and he can attack from like far away. He doesn't do like killing damage per se, but like he can really get you in like a nasty like combo string once he like unleashes the guns. I'm actually very scared of fighting like an evil version of Happy Chaos. I mean, yeah, he is already evil, but he could become like super duper evil. Because then he can just spam his super whenever he wants. And like his super is easy to block, but if he gets you like in an attack and gets you like the hit stun, it hits you like into like a hit stun state, and then does his super, you're just fucked.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Now I will say Emilia Rage here has not given me much trouble. Like, wait, why do I put an E before her name? Isn't it Emilia Rage? You know, Emilia Rage does not give me much trouble. She tends to just get screwed over very easily. And I mean, I guess part of that is like the low FPS stage she's on. Like the stage that lags just makes it easier to react to what she does. Oh! And sometimes when I'm doing like that little break start, and I spoke too soon. But whatever, we got her in the super. Like I would be interested in buying in like an arcade stick of sorts, or just like a stick thing in general, just like a controller that's specifically made to like play fighting games. But I don't know if I'd be any good with one. I'd have to like test out like a couple different variations to see like what works for me, because like right now the best controller for me is the Steam Deck controller and the D-pad. Like one thing is I like using the D-pad. I do not like using the control stick for like fighting games. Just that, like a lot of the inputs I just feel better with like mashing it on the D-pad than like using like the control stick, you know, like the Super Mario 64, the joystick. It's not a, I mean, I guess it could be called a control stick, but like the more popular terminology is like joystick. I just don't like using the joystick for like fighting games, or rather I'm just not good with the joystick. So yeah, I've just been using the D-pad exclusively for like Guilty Gear Strive and the brief amount of moments I have played Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I got the game on sale because Marvel vs. Capcom 3 gives me a lot of childhood memories. I'm not good at it still, but I would like to be somewhat good at it, because if I can do like a no damage video on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, then like I am set, because like that is one of the coolest games of all time. Like it looks like it is one of like my favorite looking games ever. I love how that game looks and how it feels, just like the sound. I love Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like as a casual, because I am not gonna be a pro at that anytime soon. I mean, I'm not a pro either. I mean, I'm pretty mid, but like I mean, I get around. I just need to learn. Oh, and look at that, Evil Soul blocked my burst. I don't know. That's another thing these CPUs are really good at. They're really good at blocking the bursts. I don't know what it is about the bursting, but they are really good at blocking my burst. So I tend not to do it. And what the hell happened here? Yeah, no, Soul can be troublesome just because he's very fast. He can like just hit spam me before I can hit spam him. I don't even think I'm using the right terminology, but like whatever. Alright, we got past that. We can like save and quit, but we're not going to save and quit. We're gonna continue. And all I can hope for is that I don't run out of battery. Like I'm actually wondering, like, are the evil versions of characters like predetermined, or are they random? Because like most of the matches are random, but these evil versions have been pretty consistent. Like stage 10 is Evil Soul, not a big issue. Like stage 20 or stage 30 is Evil May, not a big issue. I mean, May is like very troublesome, but honestly she has never put me in a situation where like I could die. The only characters that have put me in a situation where like I could, oh what the fuck is it? One thing is like fucking Viking here sometimes parries me, and it is like the most terrifying thing, because like that parry deals so much damage. Like what the fuck? It just happens randomly. Sometimes like Viking just feels like being competent sometimes and just fucks me over. And oh fuck. Like that is terrifying. You see how much damage that do? That's a third of my health bar. Like what if Viking does that 3 times? It's over. It's done. And that could like fuck me up in the long term, because like if Viking at this stage is doing it, like later stage Vikings are fucking deadly.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Giovanna, despite being one of like the most rushed down characters that I've ever rushed, she has not given me much trouble. When's the Town Inside Me cover? I'm not singing that song. Frankly, that's like, I don't know, I mean that song got really popular and you know everyone loves Bridget, but like it's one of the lamer songs in the soundtrack. Like, I think I'd fuck with it more if it wasn't such a fucking baby song. I mean, I still fuck with the song, but like compared to like some of the more metal stuff in the soundtrack, like I just prefer those. Honestly, I was just thinking. I mean, I mentioned before that like May's song sounds like a Paramore song, and like I like May's theme, but then I listened to like May's theme in like Guilty Gear XX, and like that one is just so much better. That's like one of the greatest themes I have ever heard. So like yeah, her May's new theme sounding like a Paramore song, frankly, is kind of a downgrade. When you got like the really magical song in like Guilty Gear like XX, and Guilty Gear XX soundtrack has been through a lot of revisions. There's like the original that kind of has like the MIDI instruments, which is like good, and then there was like a remix sort of thing where they played all the songs but used actual instruments this time, and it sounds better, and like that's like the best version of like May's theme, right? And then there was like another version of the soundtrack which has vocals, and like that one's pretty cool. Like I mean, some of it kind of throws me off, but like it is pretty sick. But yeah, no, May's theme in the original, like no, in like Guilty Gear XXX is like out of this world. It's crazy. As for Bridget's theme, Bridget also gets a really good theme in Guilty Gear XX. I mean, it is the game that kind of introduced her, so like, but yeah, no, her theme's really good. I should have not done that. And see, the burst did not work. They're too good. See, this is why you don't get experimental with the CPU, because the CPU just like counters you. You have to play it really simple and dumb, where like the CPU is like, why are they playing so simple and dumb? Because they don't know how to react to it. They don't know how to react to the simple plans. Once you start getting complicated, then they start countering you. They're like, oh, they're in the air? Let's fuck them. And then they do. See, like a human being, you can be more unpredictable because they don't know how to react to unpredictability, but the computer, they know, kind of. I mean, frankly, with human beings, it kind of depends on the skill level. You can also just be very predictable and still win. I mean, many opponents do it to me. But yeah, when I say Guilty Gear XX, like that game has like 3 to 4 different re-releases. There was like there was a sequel with like a maze in it, and it's like the same game but it has a new story. And then there was like a re-release like Accent Core, and then there was Accent Core like R+. Like I mean, like when I'm talking about that game, I'm mostly just talking about like the R+ expansion, because that is the one on Steam and it is the one I own. It is also the one which I have played like 3 to 4 hours of. It's a very good game, it's just that it's very complicated, and I kind of want to like finish my business with Strive before moving on to like a real fighting game or whatever the hell. Like it's really weird how Strive has been simplified. Like from what I understand, like, you know, previous Guilty Gear games ran on like a Gatling system of sorts, where pretty much like there's a couple attack buttons, there's punch, kick, slash, heavy slash, dust. And most combos in those old games, you could combine punch into kick and then kick into... Ooh, I could have comboed that better. Yeah, no, like, in old Guilty Gear games and in most fighting games, like, I don't know, this also kind of applies to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, except not really, because Marvel vs. Capcom 3 doesn't have all the buttons Guilty Gear has, but whatever. Okay, so, moving on. So, in old Guilty Gear games, you could combine punch into kick, and then kick into slash, and then slash into heavy slash, and then heavy slash into dust. And you can kind of just loop that in a certain way. And like, yeah, there is variations to those things. Like, not every combo works like that. Not every character has a combo that works like that. But it is possible to mix things up that way. But Strive is just kind of like, okay, you can only mix slash into heavy slash. You can only mix kick into slash. Like, that's not the exact like measurements, but they made it that like Gatling combos can't branch off nearly as much as they could in the previous games. So that's like one big simplification Strive brought to the table. So you can't exactly mix in. You can't do a thing where it's like punch, kick, slash, heavy slash, dust. You can't do that anymore. That's just impossible. You have to like do something else. Also, air combat has been simplified from like previous games. So from what I understand, the older Guilty Gear games have a thing called air cancels, and I'm pretty sure those are just gone here. There are no air cancels in fucking Strive. So those are like two big decisions which simplify the combat heavily in this one. And also the wall break stuff definitely like changes the flow drastically. And like, see, I'm a noob at fighting games, so like I mean, I'm still enjoying Strive, but like going back and like understanding that previous system is kind of like, yeah, it has been simplified a lot. And also a lot of characters have like less moves. Like for one, Bridget in like XX, she had an insta kill. See, the insta kills are gone. There are no insta kills in Guilty Gear to Strive. It's just like you get a few supers. So yeah, that's going to start mattering once I actually play the older games for like a substantial amount of time. Oh fuck.
Perfect.
See, the thing about that comparison about like early DMC game, hello Shrek. Excuse me for not exchanging the greeting beforehand. I got too heated about comparing things. But yeah, no, the thing about the comparison of like a late DMC game to an early DMC game is that DMC 1 is awesome. I love DMC 1. I mean, I know damage like all the boss fights in that game. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect game, but like I really do think it's a classic that has held up decently well. Really love these like Devil May Cry. It's got a great atmosphere, combat still feels dope, and oh my goodness, Chaos is getting a little too big for his britches. I just wish that Guilty Gear Strive had a better arcade mode. Like, I don't know, cause like the arcade mode, I have not fully gone into the arcade modes of like the older games, but like Strive is just kind of like, you know, you fight 9 opponents, like 7, 8 to 9 opponents, and then you get like, I really should not do the Starship move, it does not work on the CPU. Will he fall for it? He fell for it, oh my goodness, he tried to do an attack and then I just fucked him over the super fair. Will that work? It works. You know, you get like a straight maybe 2 minutes of talking, even less, frankly, and then that's it. That's all you get. There's only like 2 or 3 fights that like actually matter story-wise, and then like the rest is like, eh. Like the little I've played of Xrde's arcade mode, the one thing I don't like about it is that I can't retry fights without oh fuck, it's Evil Kai. Now this guy doesn't really give me any issues. I think I fought him too much in like the arcade mode and like Bridget's arcade mode where like, you know, he's like super duper powered up, so I'm too used to fighting Kai, like CPU Kai. But yeah, no, he's evil. See, because like in XX there was also like a survival mode thing, and the enemies in that one would go from like this evil model into like a gold model. I'm actually wondering, are they gold in this game still or no? Isn't there a fighting game that is literally that? Like it's like a drop kick or something, or dive kick, where like the entire moveset is just 2 buttons and most of it is just kicking. So yeah, save and quit, continue. We're gonna continue. So you know, like the arcade mode in Xrde, I like it, but I don't like that I can't retry fights, because pretty much like once you lose a fight, it lowers the difficulty. So if I want to do a no damage and like I want to retry a fight, that's just gonna be impossible, because it's just gonna lower to like the lowest difficulty. Like even like the arcade mode or like the story mode in like Xrde, no, not Xrde, in Double X, lets you retry fights. It's just that that game is hard. And I don't know if like a no damage mode is even possible, but I do want to try it one day maybe. Even if I have to do it on like the lowest difficulty, I do want to try like a Guilty Gear like XX, like, you know, story mode no damage for like 1 or 2 of the characters. Like, no, the game I'm thinking about, I don't think it's called Footsies. I mean, like, Footsies is like a fighting game tech that you must learn. And, you know, it is very important to be good at the Footsies, but I'm pretty sure the game I'm thinking about is not called Footsies. It was like a game that came out like a while ago, and like it kind of had some popularity for a bit, but I have not heard about it in a long while. I don't know, just kind of like dropped off because I aren't really playing it that much. Okay, so it's kind of hard to judge the CPU because sometimes the CPU loves, and oh fuck, okay, Zato can do some nasty stuff. If you let Zato really get a handle on things, he can do some nasty stuff. But yeah, no, the CPU kind of like ranges from they just always get hit by like my break move, or they block my break move. But then when the CPU starts getting really sassy, they'll actually dodge the grab I do immediately after like the break move. I'm pretty sure it is called dive kick. I never played it, but it did kind of get a lot of buzz because it was just like a fighting game with 2 buttons, and the buttons are pretty much jump and kick, and that was it. That was the whole game, from what I understand. I'm just really lucky that like Bridget's basic attack is so versatile and like long range, and can like loop into the heavy slash. Because like with other characters, like this range is not possible, and also like looping it into like the heavy slash is also not possible. It makes Bridget a really friendly like beginner character. You know, you just have a really good normal that can also combo really normally into other attacks. And then like the really complex Bridget players, they use the yo-yo, and they do like some insane yo-yo combos, which I'm not an expert on that, but the yo-yo is very versatile. Okay, so Leo here, he doesn't tend to give me much trouble, but he does get kind of sassy, not so much in a dangerous way, but like if you let him have like a little bit of gameplay time, sometimes he'll just pull out like his special move. You can also, like, you know, if you let him like actually play the game, he pulls out his projectile, and like his projectile is very annoying to deal with. But like once he gets like a bit of meter, he can actually like do his special move, and like it kind of like fucks me over sometimes. Yeah, no, this is not the mode to stream, or maybe it is. Like I definitely don't plan on streaming for long. I kind of just wanted to get like an hour or 2 of streaming in, just kind of show off that this is a new gameplay path I am taking. Like, while I am grinding in Ishin occasionally, the grind is mind-numbing, so I decided to kind of go for honor and glory in trying to get to the top rank in fucking Guilty Gear survival mode. Like, no one plays this. But yeah, I kind of saw that like 11 people could reach like stage 11, and I realized that like no damaging a lot of these CPUs was actually kind of easy with like my Bridget strategy. So I'm like, you know what, I want to do it. But yeah, no, like I'm gonna end the stream in like an hour or 2, or when I die at like a high stage. Because if I die at a high stage, I'm just gonna be too enraged to continue the stream. Now Bridget, if you let her attack, she can also get crazy, but the thing is, you don't let the enemy attack, and then everything just works out.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Did I go for Jinru again? Yes, I like did a maxing out of like the Wild Dance style, and like, you know, I now have the ability to like earn more points to like upgrade the Wild Dance style more. I'm not going to upgrade the Wild Dance style more because I don't want more attack. I have enough attack as is, but at the very least, when I'm like using my Wild Dance style, I am getting the orbs for like, you know, just in case, you know, like use it like occasionally every now and then. Is it worth it to play the Ishin remake if you already played the original? They're practically the same game, it's just that the Ishin remake is slightly worse in areas. So it's like a slightly worse version of the original, but it is just the original. I guess like what makes it worth it is that it's finally in English. So like, you know, if you played the original Ishin but didn't understand, you know, Japanese, then I say it's worth it. Just to kind of like play a more convenient version of the English. And fuck, he bursted on me. The funniest thing about Potemkin as a CPU is that he's a grappler character. Like, doing the shit that I'm doing would fuck me over if I'm playing against someone who, like, was an actual human being. Because, like, I am grappling the grappler. That does not fly. But since this computer is stupid and can't react to my grab speed, it does fly. So, like, it's really funny. Yeah, Potemkin CPU will not give me any issues. Now, I forgot how to say this character's name, like, Anji? This guy can be a bit funny. Sometimes he likes to do, like, that little move where, like, he twinkles, like, ting! And then, like, that can be a bit annoying. And sometimes, oh, that little bird he does can be a bit of a nuisance. Oh, Jinru is Swordman? Well, I can't fight him again with Swordman because I need to have my single sword style, like, fully maxed out in order to do that. And it just is not fully maxed out. Oh, fuck, I dropped the combo. But whatever, we'll just do this. It'd be funny if I fought Mei right now and then like the next opponent is Evil Mei. That would be rather humorous. Though I think the next opponent... Wait, no. Evil Melia comes after Evil Mei. That's what I remember.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh my goodness, it is Evil Mei. Like, this happens sometimes, because, like, you know, the evil versions don't seem to be random, they seem to be predetermined. But then you fight, like, everyone else is random. So sometimes you just get situations where you fight a character and then suddenly, boom, we're fighting the evil one. It's evil. See, like, so, like, even though Mei can be evil, this one isn't all that, like, bad to deal with, especially if you, like, keep consistent pressure. Because, like, I don't know what it is about, like, Evil Mei, but she doesn't like using her supers that much. What the fuck is even the point of bursting? You have maximum punches. Like, I mean, characters that, like, love using their supers would be, like, Evil Faust and Evil Ram. They love using their supers, and it's fucking miserable. But Evil Mei, not so much. She doesn't like using her super, which is good, because she has one of the most damaging supers in the game, from what I understand. The fucking big-ass pink whale fucking kills. And like most of the time that big ass pink whale is really easy to block, but you can get in a bad situation and the pink whale can fucking destroy you. So yeah, Potemkin. Like, this dude is the coolest, one of the coolest guys in the game, and he has like the best super in the game. Like, in a game where like most supers really have kind of lost like a little cinematic flair from like Absurd, you got Potemkin, and he has like the greatest super he's ever had in like all the games. Like, Potemkin's like the only character who like whose Strive super is better than like the super he had in Absurd. I would say, like, it's an amazing super. Like nothing beats the Buster in this game. Like, the characters like the best supers in Strive would be Potemkin and like Faust. They're like the only ones that like kind of have a cinematic flair to them throughout like the entire thing. Because like a lot of characters in Strive, like their supers, they have like a little bit of a cinematic flair in the beginning, and then it's rather then the rest of it's just kind of like underwhelming. You know, you kind of have like Bridget. She'll have like a big cinematic thing where like every frame is like drawn of like her summoning the bear, and then she summons the bear, and that's that. Mind you, it is a super from like the original, like from like XX. Like, I mean, it is faithful. Never done that before. Haven't done that. But that is a useful thing to do every now and then. Actually, this kick is faster, so it is actually better to do that. Yeah, now what I'm wondering about is that like the top 11 like ranked for this mode, the survival mode, they all reach stage 1000, but I'm actually wondering what decides, like, you know, how they're placed. Is it score, or is it that the first person who gets to stage 1000 is the one that gets to be first place? Because I'm wondering, how exactly do you get a better score, like fight to fight? Is it like a time-based thing? Is it like a don't take damage thing? Because I mean, a lot of these fights I have not been taking damage, so... Oh yeah, another fun thing to mention is, well, before I mention it, gotta do this. That was a neat little combo, but yeah, no. A thing to mention is that in the first couple stages, like, you know, stages 1 through 10, maybe 10 through 20, enemies don't like to do the burst thing. But like, once you get past that point, enemies will do a thing where like, once you like knock them, like once you like wall break them into like a new part of the stage, they'll try to go for like that burst if you try to like attack them too much. And it's like very consistent. They'll always do it. Mind you, I don't have a good way to avoid it, but they always do it. So I'm always like expecting it once I do a wall break. Once we get to like this point in time. But sometimes if you get a little too relentless in like the first part of the stage, then they'll like burst earlier. Like Yakko just did right now. How do I not lose my voice? I think that is up to interpretation. I may be on the path to losing my voice as is. Like, my voice has gotten rather raspy. I really should treat the voice better. Like, I ought to like buy myself some like lemon drop tea, if that's how it's called. Oh, this stream has been going on for 47 minutes. My goodness. But yeah, no, like I hear that like lemon drop tea is probably one of the best medicines for like, you know, healing a voice that has talked too much. So I really should invest in that, because I have not gotten any lemon drop tea in like the past 4 years. I don't think I've ever had lemon drop tea, but I hear that's a really good one, because like one that's not good is milk. I hear milk's kind of bad, because like if you drink milk, it makes your voice kind of like slimy, and that's just not good for voice stuff. You want something that'll like heal your throat, but not make your like, you know, not make like your saliva stronger. Like you don't want that, and milk apparently makes it worse. In fact, like I just hear milk's not very useful for like healing the voice. Maybe milk with honey, but why get milk with honey when you can get lemon drop tea? If it even is called fucking lemon drop, why the fuck is it called lemon drop? Mind you, I actually do have some cough drops to the side of me, but these cough drops are not very strong. They're honestly kind of like baby cough drops, you know, they're like very like candy-y. They're not like honey-y. They don't got like a mint flavor to them. I'll take one though. Just fuck it, why not? I do like these, but I do wish that they had more of a healing factor. Because like their healing ability is a little disappointing, but I do like them as like a candy. But like as a healing medicine, it's not medicine. But you know, like, I mean, sometimes you can treat cough drops like as a sort of medicine, but this one just, it ain't all that. It's like a Walgreens one. Or was it a Target? The bag actually says. No, this is a... Okay, I'm pretty sure I got this at Target, but the brand is up and up. It is a vitamin C supplement drops, new blended citrus flavor. Compared to the vitamin C in Hal's Defense, a blend of orange, grapefruit, and lemon flavors, excellent source of vitamin C. What I'm trying to say is this brand is not very strong. It doesn't like numb the throat nearly as much as like a more basic Hal's drop. So yeah, what just happened there is that sometimes if you grab and the other opponent grabs at the same time, there'll be like a green circle. Because you both tried to grab at the same time, and it's just kind of like a little cancel. Yeah, but another thing is... I have a new strategy to my strategy. So a lot of the time I just kind of spam my slash attack or my heavy slash attack, and I kind of hope that that does the job. But I've kind of been mixing in like a crouching slash attack, because like if I do a crouching slash attack and then try to do the sliding move, I think that makes the enemy more consistent to block, and I kind of want that, because if the enemy blocks, I can grab them immediately most of the time. If they don't try to avoid my grab, and kind of go from there. So it's, I guess like I just hope that's like a useful thing for like later on. And if they don't block it, that's also good, because I think it just kind of leads into a combo there. I need my Roman cancel, then I need to do that, and I really hope that I can do that without the wall breaking so soon, because I need to deal more damage in. Oh, Soul, bad guy.
Perfect.
So yeah, no. This is not a Walgreens thing. It's definitely a Target thing. I got these candies, because mind you, like last week ago, or like last week-ish, I did have a fever, and that fucked me up heavy. So like, you know, like, I don't have it anymore, but I did have it, and it was a nasty piece of work. Oh, see, what the fuck? See, he attacked before, like, this is the first time Kai has like fucked me over in this fashion. He's not supposed to do this. It's always so frustrating when the enemy gets like clip damage in on you. It's like, don't fucking do that. What's wrong with you?
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves...
Another issue with his cough drop is that they're too susceptible to being chewed on. Like, they're too good for chewing. Oh! Almost messed up, but I kind of came back from that. Look at this fucking happy chaos. What the fuck? Okay, I'm getting fucked over. I'm playing way too sloppy. I cannot do that again, because if I get fucked over that bad at like this early on, like yeah, I was crunching the cough drop. They are very crunchable. But you know, if I get countered that early on, I'm really worried about fucking evil Axel, because Axel can be a complete bitch. Axel is like, I'm telling you, Axel, Faust, and Evil Ram are all on my shit list. So now I'm fighting Evil Axel. This guy is absolutely on my shit list. You cannot fuck around with this guy. You have to be very serious, or he could ruin the entire game. Oh, I did a sweep by accident, but oh, see, look, what the fuck was that? And see, look, he tried to do his special. I'm gonna burst through it, but still, he did his fucking special. Like, he's that kind of villain. So I got really lucky there that I bursted at the exact time that he wanted to do his special, and I just kind of ruined it. But most of the time, he just gets me in that special, and it's fucking miserable. So you have to watch out with this guy. So I've just been continuing and not saving and quitting, and yeah, we're gonna continue. Yeah, we're gonna continue on. I still have quite a bit of time here. Biking. Let's hope that Biking doesn't do a fucking parry again. My goodness.
Mankind knew that. Duel 1. Let's rock.
You know, like one thing which has made it kind of hard to like adjust to like earlier Guilty Gear games is that I don't exactly have like a go-to strategy for like approaching matchups. I mean, I played a bit of Jam's character and she's fun, but I don't know exactly how to play her optimally. And Jam has this one annoying mechanic where, see, like, you know, she has all like the basic fighting game moves, right? You know, like the quarter circles, the fucking zigzag one. You know, she has all of that, but oh, see what I mean? Fucking Faust, he can be like quick as fuck and like just ruin my strategy with the grab and just kind of like hit me immediately, and that's why I hate him. So you know, like there's no character, at least from like the characters which I've played, there's no character that can like do this yo-yo stuff that Bridget's doing right now. You know, there's no character that has normals that are like this good. Mind you, there might be a character like that. I just need to play that game more, like Xrd or Double X, so on and so forth. How many hits on the wall do you need for it to do a break? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know the exact number. Like around 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, around that number. Or it might be like a different variable that like decides whether a wall break happens or not.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Why the fuck did he have to jump beforehand? That was completely unnecessary. It just ruins my rhythm. Like, he didn't need to do that, but he decided to just kind of do that to, like, fuck with me a bit. Like, come on. Come on, like, get real. You know, from like the little I understand of the previous games, wall bounding exists, but you can't break a wall in the previous Guilty Gear games. And I think a lot of players prefer it that way, but yeah. In previous games, you can wall bound an opponent, and there's like a lot of tech you can do around that, but no wall breaks. That is like a no-no. That doesn't happen. You stay on like the same part of the stage. Yeah, no, like, Slayer is awesome. I don't fully understand his gimmick, but he's, like, one of the coolest characters I've seen in, like, all of Guilty Gear. He's just, like, the vampire. Yeah, I'm going for 1,000. Like, I want to get 1,000. I want to get, like, that top rank. That's the goal. It's going to be a very long-term goal. Like, worst-case scenario, I'm going to be grinding it out for 7 months to get to 1,000, but I do plan on getting to 1,000. Because I've already gotten to 100 and died on, like, the 100th round. So 1,000's the goal. That seems to be the max. I don't plan on doing it this stream because it's impossible, but I do plan on doing it. That is my goal.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Like, I don't know, Guilty Gear Strive has this thing in the menu where you go online and okay, I just kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, no, there's like, you can check like rankings online in Guilty Gear Strive, and I checked like the rankings for this survival mode, and it does seem to be from across the world, because there's like a good amount of people, you know, there's some like, you know, Japanese players that have gotten top rank in the survival mode, there's some English players that have gotten top rank in the survival mode, so I think it is worldwide, if like the ranking in Strive is worldwide. As for showing stream of digital figures in Strive, there is no competition in digital figuring, so I don't plan on doing a stream on there. I just kind of want to do like no damages online, or this thing I'm doing right now, this fucking nonsense of like trying to get to like match 1,000. that is what I plan to stream on. Because once I complete this like survival mode thing, I think I'm gonna try to like drop Guilty Gear Strive and move on to like one of the more competent. Oh fuck, he's getting aggressive. He's trying to fight back. But Tenkin, he's trying to be more like his original self, but that was quite a little combo there. It did require me to have like full tension, but that was a neat little combo there. I was staying in the air for quite some time. Mind you, that combo was not I did that by accident. I didn't plan on throwing the yo-yo. I was just kind of like freaking out with the buttons. Woo! I was getting a little wild, getting a little like unleashed.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
And yeah, a Testament here. Thankfully, they're in the fucking this stage, so the fight is easier. However, once we do a wall break, the frame rate is going to get much better, and there's going to be no slowdown. I really should not be moving that slow. I should have been more in my game, but I did not mash the D-pad fast. Oh, fucking, I think I fucked it up. Oh, but it worked out anyways to an extent, and boom, yeah, we did it. Yeah, no, like, my inputness, no, my execution must be top level at all times, or else the computer will do me bad.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh, I am not in a high school meeting. In fact, I'm not even in high school, I'm in college. However, yeah, no, like I said, I have class at like 6 p.m., so I'm definitely going to be dropping the stream before then. But for now, I'm just chilling. I'm on stage. Ooh, 49. That's kind of high. Am I going to get to 100 in this stream? That'd be a fun little goal. Get to 100, you know, reclaim my lost valor from getting fucking destroyed by Evil Ram. Like, Evil Ram is very evil, so like I have to approach that fight in like a different way so that I don't get fucked over. I like her super, because like, what is the best song in Guilty Gear? I really like Amelia's theme. It shows up in Roblox Eyes. I like that Roblox Eyes. Thought it'd be a good idea to like use the same music. I really like that track. I think Baiken has an amazing theme, and honestly, I think a good reason why Baiken's theme is so good is that there's not that many words in it. At like a lot of points, it just kind of let the instrumentals do their thing. Because I mean, the Strive lyrics. I mean, the vocalist is very talented and all. Like, I like that he can kind of embody different characters to an extent. But the lyrics can be corny as fuck sometimes. Honestly, I kind of wish that like some of these tracks had instrumental versions. In fact, they might actually have instrumental version. I just didn't look hard enough. But yeah, no, Baiken has an amazing theme. Really love that theme. I love Happy Chaos's theme. I love how it fucking shifts rhythms. Like, it's a really chaotic theme. It kind of starts out with the piano, and then suddenly it gets into the guitars, then it goes into like a different like chord progression, if that's what you call it. Like, I'm no music expert, you know, there's like 1x4s, there's fucking 3/4. I don't even fucking know, but fucking Happy Chaos's theme, it's constantly switching, and I think it's sick. But Tenkin, he's got a pretty cool theme. Whoa. And I did it wrong, okay, but whatever. Kai's theme, I think, has a really cool little, like, it's got, like, the bells or something. Like that. I love that. I love them bells in that theme. Pretty dope theme. Soul Bad Guy's theme, I don't think is my favorite. I just associate that track too much with, like, tutorial music, because it is the song that plays when you're doing, like, those tutorial mission things. And, ooh, save and quit or continue. We're going to continue. So, like, I don't think that track could ever be my favorite per se, but it is a pretty dope tutorial track. It's just that, like, most of those tutorial missions, like the little mission mode in this game, Most of them kind of force you to be sole bad guy to do most of those challenges. I still need to do one of the challenges. I've done every single like mission challenge in Strive except for one. And the one challenge is, I'm gonna pause the game. It's the one where you have to do like a fucking Roman cancel combo, but you also have to like cancel out of the Roman cancel by pressing down really fast and doing another move immediately. That fucking mission is the bane of my existence. I want to complete it just because like I don't want to like leave Guilty Gear Strive without having every single mission done. That's another thing. The platinum of Guilty Gear Strive I think is very forgiving. Because there's a lot of things you don't have to do to get the platinum for Guilty Gear Strive, like do all the missions. I just feel like doing all like the missions would be something that you should put, you know, as an achievement to get like the platinum for this game. Mind you, I'm playing on Steam. They don't call them platinums, but I'm gonna call them a platinum anyways. So yeah, no, getting like all the achievements is not the same as doing 100% in Guilty Gear Strive. It's just crazy. Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive tracks, people who have best tracks. Like the ones I say I think are really good contestants. Yeah, that thumbnail is Ghost Rider. I just think that guy looks very cool. In fact, honestly, I should honestly like stream the Ghost Rider PS2 game. I kind of did it for like a meme, for like my little test stream. But honestly, once I like finish, you know, my Ishin no damage, and then once I like get back to like God of War 2, like streaming that game, and then once I do my God of War 2 no damage, then that's when I will return to Ghost Rider and stream that game. That game is cool. I haven't beaten it, but like I just know it's cool. Like Ghost Rider is one of the coolest looking dudes ever. I don't know, when it comes to like superheroes, I mean like Spider-Man obviously is one of the coolest dudes ever. Like Spider-Man is probably one of the coolest looking superhero. I love my man Spider-Man. My man Ghost Rider. Dude, he's got a leather jacket, and he's a skull with flames on his head, like, and he's got the chains. The chains is such an awesome detail. Like, he's got the motorcycle. Man, Ghost Rider is iconic. You gotta love Ghost Rider. I hope in the next Ghost Rider movie they make him Irish. I hope he has an Irish accent. I hope the next Ghost Rider is played by Colin Farrell. He could do a good job of it. He's really good at pretending to be Italian, so he could definitely be Ghost Rider.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, no, the Ghost Rider 2 video, like, so much came up. I think I got distracted by Guilty Gear Strive, and then while I was getting distracted by Guilty Gear Strive, Yakuza Ishin came out, and I definitely put more focus on Yakuza Ishin. And now I'm just kind of stuck. I have to grind out Yakuza Ishin to do like no damage of Yakuza Ishin, and God of War 2 has just kind of been put on the back burner. Are Italians real? Yes. Whether you believe it or not, they exist. I know not everyone has exposure to them, but they are real. In the same way, like, not everyone has seen a scorpion, but scorpions are real too. Mind you, there's no real parallel between a scorpion and an Italian, but, you know, they're both things that some people doubt are real, but they are very real. So, you know, it's been like an hour or so, and I've reached stage 55. So, reaching stage 100 will, like, be around 2 hours or so. So, 2 hours multiplied by 10, that's 20 hours. So, To get to stage 1000 without dying once would take like about 20 hours, which is like longer than most games. But yeah, no, that's what it takes to do this dumbass challenge. The one-time starship was actually useful. Oh yeah, so Ultimate Spider-Man no damage. See, that game I think looks awesome and I would love to no damage it, but after playing some of the Venom sections for a little while, I've completely given up on that because some of those boss fights are just straight up impossible to no damage. So like I've given up on it. Like the game is cool. I love how that game looks, but holy fuck. Especially not on PC, because I had the PC version of the game and I can't play with keyboard and mouse with that one. I have to like track down a copy for like PS2 or something, because fuck playing that on PC. I do not like the mouse controls whatsoever. But, you know, like the combat in that game I just do not think is suited for no damage. Bridget Kiwami, her full name? Yeah, what the fuck is the full name of Bridget now that I'm thinking about it? Fucking Bridget, fucking Mario, Luigi Mario.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh fuck, I was not paying attention. You know, like sometimes you get too comfortable with this, and then you're like, oh, I'll like look away from the screen, and then you get fucked up, and that shit sucks. No, Bridget is a girl. Like, she was a dude in XX, but there was like a whole trans thing in this game, which is like, there isn't much story in this game. There really isn't. Like, it's a very, like, the arcade mode stuff is like very bare bones, but from what we got, that's kind of like what happened here. And okay, so there's gonna be a season 3 to this game, right? This game has season 1, it has season 2, and that's just kind of like DLC stuff. And, you know, usually with every new DLC thing, there's been a new story, right? So I'm assuming that with Season 3, there's going to be like a new DLC story thing. And what I really want from like a new story thing for Guilty Gear Strive is for them to have zero mention of Bridget. It would betray the character, really, because like even in XX, Bridget's like whole story didn't mean much of anything in the grand scheme of things. Like, they were like pretty low tier bounty hunter. Like, fucking, there was this whole gimmick in like XX where like the whole story or something, the whole arcade mode or story mode is narrated by like this association that's like rating the danger levels of people. Bridget got a fucking D. Okay, like they are not a threat whatsoever, and I kind of hope that it stays exactly like that. Like the newfound popularity of Bridget, I feel would maybe make the writers go, maybe we should put her in the story mode. And I say no. Let's stay true to the character, okay? That's the way I see it. Like, let's have her have zero importance as usual. Like, I think it'll be better that way. Oh fuck, Faust. So, you know, the thing with Venom is that, like, yeah, he is always constantly having his HP drained. That's not what I'm talking about. I just think that a lot of Venom's boss fights they're gonna clip you eventually. So that's why I'm, like, giving up on that. They're gonna clip you eventually. I mean, same thing with Spider-Man. Like, some of his boss fights require you, like, fucking move around in weird ways. And they're gonna clip you eventually. So it's just fucked. Like, I don't really think you have the counter mechanics to deal with like a lot of the boss fights in like Ultimate Spider-Man without getting hit. And frankly, I think my time would be better spent no damaging something like Spider-Man Web of Shadows, which has like an actual combat system. I've never played the game, but the game looks sick as hell and I want to play that. Oh fuck. She got ambitious. Giovanna here got ambitious. I have played like 4 to 5 hours of Accent Core R+, and about like 2 to 3 hours of Exert. So those are the other Guilty Gear games I've played. I haven't exactly played the first one on PS1, though. Something notable about the first one on PS1. Wait, what the fuck? Why is my game taking so long to load? Oh, stage 59. Okay. So, wait, I was talking about something. You know, something interesting about Guilty Gear 1, like the very first game in the series, is that like the arcade mode has like these like story endings, and that's just kind of how it tells its stories, and a lot of them are really great. Like Soul Bad Guy gets an amazing ending to his arcade mode. You know, like the music is perfect, like, you know, the story just has like this emotional depth, and frankly you could have just ended the series there. That's like where the title drop happens, you know. Like, we don't need all these sequels. The only reason we have all these sequels is to make the games more fun. Mind you, people will disagree with you if you say that Strive made the games more fun, and frankly, I mean, I don't even think I fully agree with that. I mean, I'm having fun with Strive, and it was like a good beginner game, but I think like once I fully get into like Exert or something, I'm probably gonna like that one better. But ooh, yeah, if my game crashes, that would be fucked up. You know, because like, I mean, imagine that like I don't save and quit, and my game, oh my god, and she fucking grabbed me, the fucking witch, the bitch. Oh, you fucking grabbed me, the fucking audacity. How can you fucking do that? Oh my gosh, she's fucking getting in there. Okay, I fucked up bad. Oh my god. Oh. See, this is why you have to keep it simple, or else you can get fucked up. Oh my goodness, what the fuck did she just do? Did she just avoid my break move? What the fuck, this AI is cracked. But she heard me say that Strive was not fun, and she decided to like prove my point. What the fuck? Holy fuck, this leaves me with very little health for like the next opponent. See, like, you know, if you lose health, like, you'll still regain some of it in the next match, but not all of it, right? So you kind of have to see, we're going to be fighting Evil Potenkin, and he's not going to be much of anything. We're going to be fighting Evil Potenkin.
Knew that they cannot change. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh! Oh! What the fuck? Okay, so rule number 1, never jump against this guy. He will fucking kill you. You see, if he actually landed that special attack, I would be fucking dead. You understand? The fucking Potenkin Buster would fucking kill me. What the fuck? He was about to do that, and I kind of just burst in. And mind you, if I didn't jump, it wouldn't get me. But what if I accidentally jumped? That would fucking kill me. I would be fucking dead. My goodness. You don't fuck with a Potenkin Buster unless it's a CPU, because they don't like to use it that much. But like a real human being, like once you're up in the air, it's over. It's fucked. You're dead. Okay, so I can save and quit or continue, and you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna continue. It would be funny to no damage Spider-Man 2, like, you know, the GameCube one. GameCube, PS2, Xbox One. One thing which I want to do in that game is no damage the pizza missions. However, beating some of those pizza missions normally is hard enough. You know, like keeping track of time, and but like, you know, doing no damage to that would be really fun, because that's what I find fun about Spider-Man 2. The combat in like Spider-Man 2 is not all that. It's a classic game, but you know, that combat system is just kind of... Oh, fuck you, man. You don't get to do that shit. And oh, fuck you, man. Don't ever pull that shit on me. What is wrong with you? But you know, like Web of Shadows, I just need to get a copy of that game. Apparently it is possible to play it on PC and mod it to be good, but I have no idea how to do that. As for Shattered Dimensions, I hear that game's combat is not as good as Web of Shadows, but Shattered Dimension is just kind of a cool story game, you know, like it kind of introduced the whole concept of the multiverse, and a lot of games are taking, a lot of like Spider-Man media is taking inspiration from that. And then Edge of Time has a super dope story. I hear the gameplay's kind of whatever, but the story is awesome. And then I hear that the Amazing Spider-Man like 1 and 2 games suck and aren't really worth playing. And then there's like the fucking Disney universe, like Spider-Man friend and foe game. Like it's a fucking Lego game. Who cares? Mind you, I have wanted to like do a no damage or something like say Lego Batman, but the issue with that is that Lego Batman's combat system is not built for no damage, at least from what I understand. So. Yeah, what the fuck was that? The AI is getting too cheeky for its own good. Like, never do fucking aerials against these enemies. They will take advantage of your vulnerability in the air. 'Cause look at that, he fucking summoned the super to kill me? Like what floor is this? Like, what stage is this? That was stage 62. They're getting cheeky. We're in the cheeky phases now, where the enemies, if you give them an opportunity, they will get cheeky with you. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that once I reach stage 70, I'm going to quit the game.
Knew that they cannot change society.
Because I think I'm actually on low battery right now. I am on low battery right now, so here's what I'm gonna do. The plug where I would usually charge my game is taken up by my mic. So instead, I'm just going to not have a mic anymore. In fact, actually, I think I'm gonna end the stream right now, because why not? Well, where we're at, like an hour, 21 minutes? Yeah, that'll be it. That stream is over. Thank you so much for sticking around for this little experiment I'm doing, and I will see you all then.